All right, so I want to talk with you guys about one of the skills that can be one of the most intimidating parts of a party for new consultants, and that is the skill of foundation matching. It can intimidate people because, typically coming into Mary Kay, most of us were not regularly, meeting new people and helping them find a shade of foundation to match their skin. A lot of times we personally felt unsure about matching our own skin, and so it can be a little bit of a new thing to learn. And the overview of it is that it does take practice, so I would encourage you to just do it a lot, do it over and over again. Don't be afraid to just go for it and give it a try. The more that you match people, the more that you will get better at it and be more comfortable at it. And it really is an instinct. It is a just learned thing. So trust yourself and have fun, and do not worry. If you have to try 2 or 3 shades for someone, it's no big deal. I still to this day have occasional people where we try a few extra shades, and that is okay. So don't worry too much about it, but just know that that practice gives you so much confidence in this area. But we also have a few resources that can be helpful for you, and so take a look at the documents that we linked to this training. And the one I want you to pull up first is the Foundation Flawless Face Conversion Chart. Foundation Flawless Face Conversion Chart. This is the most important one because it is literally an overview of all of our current foundation products, as well as some of the older ones that a lot of women may still have or use, just in case you get a customer who's like, I've always used this old product with this shade. What should I use now? And it helps you to move through the different lines of our products, so that you can help people know if they wear this shade in this formula, what shade would they wear in another formula. It also helps you to remember what each shade is designed for as far as their skin undertone. So as you look at this chart, on the far left side, you'll see where the first column is time-wise, luminous, and matte liquid foundations. So those foundations, even though there's a matte formula and a luminous formula, the shadings are going to be the same. And so you'll see there's Ivory 1, Ivory 2, Ivory 3, all the way down to Bronze 8. And then what they did is they also color-coded the box to tell you what the skin undertone would be for someone who wears that color. So an Ivory 1 is a pink undertone. A Ivory 5 is an olive undertone. There's a few that are muted, which means that most people, most undertones can wear them. Our liquid foundations literally kind of meld with your skin as you put them on. And so you can't tell exactly if it matches when you just kind of swipe it. You have to actually blend it out and help it to meld into your skin to see if it's going to match well. And so shade Ivory 4 and Ivory 6 tends to be more muted, which means that a lot of skin tones may work with those. Then the other ones that have a specific color are designed specifically for an olive undertone or a pink undertone, things like that. So that's what those colors mean. And then if you scoot over medium coverage foundation, it shows you if someone wore an Ivory 1 in the Time-Wise liquid foundation, there is not a medium coverage foundation that matches them. Okay, mineral powder, if you scoot to the next column, there is Ivory 0.5 and Ivory 1, and those two would be an option for somebody who wants a powder to go with her Ivory 1 liquid foundation. Then you can go to the CC cream, you can go to the Endless Performance cream to powder. So each column is the different types of foundation, and then the rows all line up with the colors that work together well. So it's just an awesome reference for you, so you can move within them. And also it's a great way to remember for the liquid foundations which undertone goes with which color, which shade. Now if you'll grab the foundation formula benefits and the foundation formula or foundation shade matching, those are the other two that we want to look at. And I'm pulling it up here. So the foundation formula benefits is just an explanation of, based on someone's skin type, which kind of foundation would work best for them and what is the finish that they're going to get and the benefits that the skin is going to to have. So for example, the top says your skin type. If you're normal to dry, a recommendation would be the Luminous Wear Liquid Foundation, which is going to give them a luminous, dewy finish, and the benefits are visibly reducing the appearance of pores, fine lines, wrinkles, skin imperfections. Their skin looks luminous, radiant, immediately brightened. It leaves the skin feeling moisturized all day. So if you're trying to describe the foundation to someone, these are touch points you can use to say, hey, here's how the foundation works. Here's why you might like it. And that can be really, really nice for confidence. So that as you talk with women, you're not trying to guess. You're not trying to figure out, I don't really know, what is this going to do for her? But it just gives you a great resource to tuck into the back of your flip chart or something like that. I highly recommend it. And then the foundation shade matching document is a quick way that you can identify if someone's undertone is pink or it's olive or it's yellow. On the first document, it talked about how, Ivory 1 is for a pink undertone. Well, if you're not sure if she has a pink undertone, that can be a challenge. So this document helps you to identify what her undertone is. So first you can ask them these 3 questions. Number 1, do you burn easily? If she's like, oh yes, I burn really easily. Okay, then she's probably a pink undertone. Second, do you burn and then tan? If that is her answer, then she might be a yellow undertone. And if you say, do you tan easily? Then likely she's olive undertone. It's a good guideline. It can be a helpful place to start. The second page then is an overview of those liquid foundations, again, and which undertone they align and correspond to. So if you want to use this page versus the original chart, this one's not colored, but it does show you, okay, in the ivories, yellow undertone, it would be Ivory 2 or Ivory 4. Yellow undertone for beige is beige 1 or beige 2. So you can decide, is she ivory or beige or bronze? And then is her undertone yellow, olive, pink, golden orange, or warm brown, for all the different shades. And that is so helpful. It can just narrow down your options when you're thinking, okay, there's like a lot of shades. There's 8 bronze shades. How do I know which one? It's going to be based on her undertone, and then it will correspond as far as lightness and darkness based on the number. So if there's 2 that have a yellow undertone, the lighter one is the lower number and the darker one is the higher number. So that hopefully can make some sense to you. And as you practice, I promise you, it becomes a lot simpler because you can really, you kind of learn which shades work well with which kind of faces. I don't use the foundation finder tool very often. It hasn't been something that served me super well. You may try it. There are some instructions for how to use it to the best of your ability, and I would highly recommend reading up on that to make sure you really do use it well. But these charts and these tips really, to me, are one of the most helpful things you can use besides practice. So good luck. You can do it, and don't worry. Women would rather get the right color than have you get the right color the first time. It just matters that they match in the end. So give it a go. You can do it.